Huckleberry Finn is the 1974 musical film version of Mark Twain's American classic, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. The movie was produced by Reader's Digest and Arthur P. Jacobs, directed by J. Lee Thompson, and starred Jeff East as Huckleberry Finn and Paul Winfield as Jim. The film contains original music and songs, such as "Freedom" and "Cairo, Illinois," by the popular Sherman Brothers, Robert B. Sherman and Richard M. Sherman. This film followed the previous year's highly successful Tom Sawyer, based on Twain's novel The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Also produced and written by the same team and starring East in the role of Huckleberry Finn. Synopsis: Huckleberry Finn is a boy from Missouri living with a kindly widow and her sister who has taken him in. One day his father, previously thought dead, shows up because he heard of treasure Huck had found. Huck's papa essentially kidnaps the boy, wanting $1,000 for his safe return. Staging his own death, Huck escapes and meets up with the kindly slave Jim. Together they travel downriver, in search of Jim's freedom. Cast: Jeff East as Huckleberry Finn, Paul Winfield as Jim, Harvey Korsman as the King, David Wayne as the Duke, Arthur O'Connell as Cole Grangerford, Gary Merrill as Pap, Natalie Trundy as Mrs. Loftus, Lucille Benson as Widow Douglas, Kim O'Brien as Mary Jane Wilkes, Jean Fay as Susan Wilkes, Ruby Leftwick as Miss Watson, Odessa Cleveland as Jim's wife. Filming locations: like Tom Sawyer, the film was shot in Arrow Rock and Lupus, Missouri. It was also shot in Natchez, Mississippi. Setbacks in the film's production: the 1974 movie faced numerous setbacks in production. There was the sudden death of producer Arthur Jacobs halfway through the shoot. Director J. Lee Thompson had problems with the synchronized musical direction. The third major problem was the unfortunate timing of writer Robert B. Sherman's knee operation. Without a producer, the film crew had difficulties managing the actors. Roberta Flack sang the classic, "Freedom," but insisted on having a guitar backing to her recording. She later threatened to sue if the original cast album was released with a dominant orchestral backing. And so although the album was recorded and printed, it was never released. Despite these setbacks, the film still achieved some success and some of the film's songs, including "Freedom," are still considered classics. Songs: the songs and score were written by the Sherman Brothers. "Freedom," sung by Roberta Flack. "Someday, Honey Darlin'," sung by Paul Winfield. "Rotten Luck," sung by Gary Merrill. "Cairo, Illinois," sung by Jeff East and Paul Winfield. "A Rose in a Bible," "Royalty," sung by Harvey Korsman and David Wayne. "The Royal Nonsuch," sung by Harvey Korman. "What's Right, What's Wrong," sung by Jeff East. "Into His Hands," sung by Harvey Korman.